What do you do when your partner is horny and you are not into it? Unsure if I should sort comments by region or controversial. Depends. Often I'll tell him to give it a go, because a lot of times he'll end up getting into it, and even if I don't, it doesn't bother me to let him get some even if I don't get off. He'll get mine later twice as good. If it's middle of the night, it depends on whether I have to be up early the next day. If we can sleep in, go for it. I like waking up after a midnight slider. If I just don't feel up to it, I just say so. Communicate with them and tell them I'm not really feeling it. Let her suck on my wet noodle until I get in the mood or she gets lockjaw. Take a few seconds to introspect and see if I can envision getting to a horny mood within a few minutes. If the answer is yes, I'll give it a go. If the answer is no, I'll gently tell them so and provide a reason if I can find one. I feel exhausted, stressed, angry, sad, anxious, etc. I love watching my man rub one out for me, so I usually just make out with him and caress his arms or his back if I don't want to participate in full intercourse. Or I striptease send nudes in front of him for his viewing pleasure. Mutually pleasuring ourselves next to each other in bed works well too. We just communicate what we want and what we are or aren't up for and go from there. I just eat her out. I always have the energy for that. The people saying to simply communicate, and the readers being skeptical. Here's the problem, and the solution. Problem: rejection never feels good, even if logically the person understands. And asking for sex, even in committed relationships, can be going out on a limb, a bit vulnerability. Solution: if you're not in the mood, then communicating clearly how it's not because of your partner, but yourself, and, key, offer an alternative option to what is being asked, whether alternate time, alternate act, etc. Examples: you know I'm really not in the mood right now because X, but tell you what, how about we make time tomorrow night and we'll do XYZ? I'm really X now, and don't want too much touching, how about you masturbate while I watch, that would be so hot. P.S. If you're finding you're not in the mood often, you need to figure out what's going on: medication, mood, attraction, relationship, etc. Explain my medicines have side effects, then watch her cry all night saying she's not pretty. I take one for the team, lol. But honestly, I've found I always get into it once we're doing it. Usually it's just a pain to shower, shave my legs, change the sheets, lock the dog up, etc. and that's the actual part I'm not into. Do it anyway, it's not like I'm going to hate it. Big one thot and yeet her out of the bed. I would tell her that I'm not really feeling it and that we could always do it another time. She would hopefully understand and accept it. That's never happened. I'm always in the mood. I encourage mutual masturbation. You can be involved but not committed, lol. This happens to me a lot. I have severe body dysmorphic disorder, and when it is bad I feel disgusted with his touch. It's like I don't see myself as human, and I'm watching someone I respect try fuck a giant slug. It is depressing. I want to be intimate with him all the time, but this disorder isn't normal insecurity. On the bright side, it calmed down again. My sex drive is back. I wish I could stay like this forever, but when it's at its highest I end up getting rejected, which actually doesn't impact my BDD, surprising to some maybe. If she needs to come, I'll make sure she does. It's only right. Not actively horny but not opposed. Gentle affectionate touch with the goal being, see where it goes. Neither of us do well with pressure to perform. Actively uninterested or repulsed for some reason, the unhorny agrees to be inspirational visual material and the horny one takes care of themselves. Eat her out, finger her, add some toys, whatever she wants in that moment, for as long as she wants. I love making her happy. The only problem is that occasionally while doing so she'll say, "I want you inside of me." I usually don't answer and keep doing what I'm doing. That being said, it might be worth to mention that this happened maybe like 3-4 times in my entire life. I've always had a higher drive than my partners, so I'm almost always up for it, unless I'm particularly exhausted or mentally not in the best place after my grandfather had just passed. For example, I wasn't in the mood to fuck my partner of the time. Go down on her until she is satisfied or do what she wants. I'm never not into making sure her needs are met.